show did that. That's amazing.
Take that, Lost. Terry O'Quinn was the guest star in a little-known episode called Pegasus. Which, yeah, you were featured very prominently in that episode.
I remember it well.
Terry O'Quinn went toe-to-toe, as I recall.
So, getting more Trek specific, if I may, which alien costuming, I mean, the makeup just was the scariest? Like, I don't know if you ever had to wear any of it for any reason, but when you saw people dressed up as aliens, which one did you just see them getting geared up and I don't ever want to?
Did you ever see Marina and Gates before makeup at 6 o'clock?
I have never met the man to my left. I just like to disavow any association, anything that he may have said.
It was awfully funny though.
The first time I met Michael Dorn out of makeup, I didn't recognize him because he was always at work before us. And
You're after us.
And this dude was like walking up to me like, "Hey, Will, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Who the hell are you?"
I think it was tough being a Borg.
Ooh, yeah.
That was a rough duty. 2:30 a.m., 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Then all that assimilating you have to do before
All that assimilated. You got assimilated.
What time?
Tough being a Kardashian. That was an early call. Turtlehead always had an early call.
Very early call for tonight.
Yeah, I guess the Bajorans got off pretty easy with that one nose ring.
Yeah, stinking with those.
And an earring. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. It was good to be human, wasn't it?
So what time did you usually begin your filming day? I mean, if you're a human cast member, you have to be there early for special reasons. What time do they usually get you started?
We started shooting at 7.
Yeah, 7 a.m.?
Dorn was in there by 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And girls were in there, you know, midnight the night before.
I've never met the man 2 seats to my left. I would like to disavow any knowledge of anything he may have said.
Data was in there getting painted about 5.
Yeah, Brent had to be painted gold.
Having his rye toast.
Yeah.
Levar cereal with apple juice on it. Turned Patrick onto it. Yep. Patrick likes 2 tea bags.
Easy.
Easy.
You know who you are.
It's the little.
All right? It's not a Rule 34 kind of room, okay? I think we should open the floor to questions from the audience.
I was about to make the same suggestion. Does anybody have any questions? Step up to the microphone if you'd like to ask.
Thank God.
Okay, really quickly, I want to say that the episode of Reading Rainbow where you went on the cast of Star Trek TNG was the awesomest episode ever.
The Bionic Bunny Show. That was the name of the book, The Bionic Bunny Show, where the very visual Rob Legato showed us how we made the transporter effect. You recall it was a bowl of water and
sparkles.
Glitter.
It was awesome. But I really wanted to ask, I was watching the other day, and I suddenly realized it was the episode, The Outrageous Akana, and one of the nobody actresses that, you know, back then she didn't even have a credit, was Terry Hatcher, and I was like, is that Terry Hatcher?
She does?
Yes, and you know who played the outrageous
Wait,
Akana?
she denies?
She denied having ever been on the show, as does the sister of the singer.
Wait, how could you do
Ashley Judd.
Ashley Judd and Terry.
That's right, because Uncle Willie wrecked her.
Wasn't Billy Campbell the outrageous Akana?
He was. He was really nice to me.
I guess.
Yeah, he was really nice to me.
He was Riker too.
He was.
He was the after the 7 weeks of auditioning, we were the 2 left standing. There's a little love.
You went to Paramount Thunderdome and
other actors or actresses who were like nothing
That's like
when
a
they
third
first...
question.
I love this. Anyway, if you guys
Hey,
would stop talking, it would be awesome.
When they first came on the show, they were just no one. Can you think of anyone else?
Me? Levar was the only famous person on the show when the
Yeah.
show started.
You had done Stand By Me.
I had.
You had?
I thought I was doing Levar Burton. I mean, come on.
You would know quickly.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody seen Roots?
Anybody seen the Ron LaFleur story?
A little known gem. How about North and South? The fabulous miniseries. Most prominently known for putting you and Jeannie Francis in the same city, long enough to fall in love.
I was wondering where you were going.
You had a question, Miss?
Yes, thank you for coming to Phoenix. And my question is, tell us about Gene Roddenberry and Major Barrett and your recollections of having known them.
Gene Roddenberry, I'll tell a little Roddenberry story for you. I referenced the fact that it did in fact take 7 auditions over 6 weeks before I was finally cast in the role that has changed my life. And the last 3 or 4 auditions were for different executives at Paramount who needed to sign off on who was going to be in the cast, and most of the cast had been assembled by this point. And Roddenberry, who had sort of taken me under his wing, his great space bird wing by this point, had said, before each of these auditions, come to my office, and we'll prepare you with Corey Allen, who was the director of the pilot. And Roddenberry so believed that the 24th century was going to be a place in which there would be no hunger and no greed, and all the children would know how to read. And he used to say this to me, and he made me believe in what he believed, which I believe made me writer. He was an incredible man. Rachel Barrett was hysterical
So funny.
as Marina's mother. That was the most brilliant casting.
I remember feeling like, wait, the boss's wife is coming to work on the show? What's that going to be like? And
Yeah,
it was
but
about 15 minutes was about how long that lasted. And I remember that we all just so looked forward to her coming to be on the set.
And she brought with her Carl's,
Yes.
Right.
who we always look forward to.
Yeah.
Sir, you had a question?
I want to start off just confirming what Wil and Levar have been saying. I started off as a Star Trek nerd when I was 4, watching your show,